It's the 12th of May 2018 and this is Gay Pride Exeter. See the rainbow, touch the rainbow. What does Pride mean to you?
Hello.
Hello, how's it going? What's your name?
Thank you. Absolutely brilliant.
What's your name?
I'm Richard Parker.
I'm Richard as well.
Yep.
I'm David.
I thought you were going to say your Cliff. And two Richards.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Chris.
Hi,
So
Chris.
what does Pride mean to you?
We're choir members at St Michael's Mount Denham in Exeter,
okay.
and we always come and support the Pride.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a fantastic day.
Have you been to many before?
Yes, we have. Haven't we done, Molly?
Sorry?
I used to come here just on my own, holding the cross.
It's almost like it's almost spiritual, like a religious festival, isn't it?
I think we've been coming for about 8 years.
Yeah. They fit in well in a sort of festival
You get a high from it.
movement. Sorry?
You get a high from it. It's like being at a religious festival almost.
It is
In some ways.
almost, yeah. I mean, it is it's a great kind of collective day and you can join in the festivities easily. Yeah.
Thanks a lot anyway.
Thank you.
Happy Pride! And also North, my king, different North.
Thank you.
Justin.
Yeah?
He wants a picture of you or something.
Oh.
Thank you, Justin. Hello, what's your name?
Andrew Evans.
And what's this stall all about?
The stall is the Edison Trust, so
I know them very well.
we are a HIV and sexual health charity.
From Plymouth originally.
We did originally start in Plymouth back in the 80s. We're now covering from Herefordshire and Worcestershire right the way down to Cornwall.
Yeah.
So we cover the whole of the southwest, providing support for those affected by HIV and doing sexual health prevention for everything else, basically covering young people in terms of C-card, condom card schemes, right the way through to training other health professionals in how to talk to people about sex.
And how to get STD checks.
Yeah, and we ourselves deliver rapid point of care testing.
Yeah.
So we deliver a HIV and syphilis testing, which we're doing today because we've got an outbreak of syphilis in the southwest.
Yeah.
Over the last sort of 6-12 months, it's massively increased, and within the last 3 months, we've probably had equivalent to a full year's diagnosis that would normally be expected. So we're trying to combat that at the moment, but we do HIV point of care testing, so anything between a minute for a HIV result to 10-15 minutes for another different type of HIV test or syphilis test.
How many variations of HIV is there?
And there's only 2 different variations of HIV, and the test that we do test for both. It's primarily about getting somebody tested because you can now live a normal, healthy, happy life with HIV, getting on antiretroviral treatments and the medication.
Has the virus stabilised?
The virus is stabilised in the sense that there's antiretroviral treatments out there now which suppress the virus to a degree of completely undetectable.
Yeah.
You still have the virus, but it becomes undetectable, and once you're undetectable, you can't onwardly transmit it.
Yeah.
So even if you have sex with somebody unprotected, you cannot pass on that your HIV to somebody
In
else.
some areas is it creating apathy, so people are going unprotected?
It's a difficult one. There is sort of anecdotal information out there to say that could happen.
Because the porn industry actually use these drugs as well, don't they?
Yeah,
to protect them against it.
Yeah, there's pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is now out on a national study, the IMPACT study, which is identifying individuals who are most at risk of HIV and giving them pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is the same treatment as you would get if you were HIV positive.
Yeah.
That stops the virus getting into your body. So it's treatment as prevention.
Okay.
In that it is trying to stop you contract it into the future.
And you're across all social networks in the southwest?
Yes, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. As I say, we go from young people right the way through. There's a big trend.
Every age.
Trans, any issue. Men who have sex with men. Bisexuals, swingers is a big cohort at the moment, which we're trying to sort of address, specifically around some of the syphilis transmissions. So, trying to address all that, everything we can.
Thanks a lot for you. Hello, what are your names?
Harry.
And what's your name? Are you from Exeter?
I'm from Plymouth.
From Plymouth? I'm from Plymouth as well.
I am.
You can probably see me around actually, I'm always touching around.
I can see you.
So, do you live in the city centre there?
Nearer.
Cool. So, what does pride mean to you?
Quality.
Quality?
Yeah.
That's an unusual statement to make. How do you mean quality?
Just equal rights and that.
Yeah. And what about you?
Just like, just same really.
Is it your first pride event?
This is my first one. This is my third.
A third one?
Yeah.
You get a high from it, don't you? It's like going to a soul concert or something like that. But happy pride anyway.
Cheers. Thank you.
Disloyalty.
Are you from Plymouth? Where are you from Exeter?
No, I'm from Cornwall.
Thank
From
you.
Cornwall. Whereabouts?
In Liscard.
Have you been to many prides?
Yeah.
So what's it like living in Liscard?
Quiet.
It's
Yeah,
very
not,
quiet.
not loud when I come here.
Nice one. What's your name?
Lolly Swallow.
Thanks a lot. Oh, I've talked to you before, I think.
No, thanks.
Oh, no. Remember that. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
So where are you from?
I'm from Derby.
From Derby?
Yeah, but I've lived in Exeter for 3 years
Are
now.
you at uni then? Or something?
No, I work in a restaurant full time.
Cool, nice
So I
one.
just thank you. I do an Angie's to drag for fun.
Oh, what's your name?
Ophelia Stone.
Ophelia Stone. What's
Yeah.
your
I'm
name?
Tatty Buffont.
And you're from?
I'm from Bude in Cornwall.
All right. So, have you done many prides before?
I've not done Exeter before. I mostly do Bristol
cool.
Pride.
Bristol's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I love Bristol. So I got that July.
Yeah, nice one. Hello, what's your name?
My MD Rahman,
And where are you from?
Bangladesh.
How long have you been over here?
Long about 6
years.
6.5 years.
Yes. And what brought you over here?
Sorry,
How come you moved to the UK?
it's London.
London.
Yes,
And you're based in London.
it's London here. Living in London.
Have you been to many pride events before?
Sorry, no.
Have you been to many pride events?
Yes, no, understand, please.
First one? This one?
Yeah, here one first time.
Sure.
Exeter first coming.
Yeah.
Yes, and another Pride go London and Birmingham and Brighton.
Nice one.
Okay.
Brighton's nice. What's your name?
MD Rahman.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
So you're the Green Party.
Yes, we are indeed.
So how's the Green Party doing in present politics situations?
Feeling really positive actually. We just had our best, across the country, we had our best local election results ever. We've got more councillors across the country than ever before. In Exeter we're now the third biggest party and we've got our best ever vote share results. So, you know, lots of people are voting Green in local elections.
I think they're fed up with present politics and what they're doing to the planet, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's really interesting to see, you know, not because we, you know, I think a few years ago a lot of people considered us but might not have because they didn't know much about us, and now we've really established ourselves as something that people would take seriously. And you know, I mean, in St David's in Exeter we've got our highest ever vote share, which was 32%. We were really close to winning that seat. So yeah, it's a really exciting time for us, and we're seeing more interest than we've seen since the Green surge of 3
And what
years.
does the Green Party stand for, apart from the obvious, you know, it's environmentally friendly?
Well, the Green Party is like a fusion of social and environmental justice, so the idea that you can't have one without the other. So you've got to look after the planet, but you've also got to look after the people that inhabit it. So that means affordable housing comes hand in hand with affordable housing that's also sustainably constructed. So it's like you can't separate those two pieces. And the other thing as well is changing the way our democracy works. You know, currently it doesn't represent the majority of people in the country. So you know, having a fairer voting system.
So you don't have to see the way people are voting at the moment to know they're fed up with politics.
And absolutely, and it's the difference between how people vote in local and national elections is a really interesting marker of that, and that many more people are prepared to vote differently in local elections than in national elections. I mean, we have a very large number of policies. We have a policy document online that anyone can access. There's kind of our long-term vision. But yeah, there's so many areas that if people were interested in, we have a comprehensive policy on.
And what's your name?
I'm Joe.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
That's all right. Yeah, I was parliamentary candidate last year, so
cool.
I've had a bit of practice answering.
Good at talking. Constructively, I mean.
Nice to speak to you.
Not waffle. Thanks. And what's your name?
Lizzie.
Thanks a lot, Lizzie. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Hello, and what are your names?
I'm Robin.
And I'm Carmen.
And where are you from?
I'm from Plymouth, originally from Bodmin in Cornwall.
I'm from Plymouth as well.
And I'm from Wiltshire.
Yeah. So you're a journalist?
I am a journalist, yes.
And what sort of journalism do you do?
Well, I do normal journalism at the moment, and then hopefully do a master's degree in fashion journalism.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Plymouth?
For about 2 years now.
What took you to Plymouth?
It was for the university, and then I moved up there full time as well because I got a job as well.
And what were you studying?
I was studying computing last year.
Yes.
And computing wasn't really for me, so I went for journalism instead.
The cliche is, what does pride mean to you?
Pride means to me that I can actually hold my boyfriend's hand in public and actually walk down the street, without having abuse held at me.
Yes. So what's it like in Plymouth?
I mean, the gay scene's pretty big. You get a few people staring at you or whatever, but you get that anywhere.
Yeah. Cool. And what about you?
I'm a photographer as well. I take photos and share them online. I'm actually in college at the moment, studying IT.
How did you get into photography?
My dad got me a camera for my birthday.
Cool.
Landscape mostly.
Yeah. Where do you live again?
Wiltshire.
Wiltshire. And is it your first Exeter Pride?
Yeah. It's my first pride at all.
You get a high. It's like a spiritual.
It is. It's really nice.
Actually.
Just feel comfortable.
Especially when the music kicks in, which we will do in 5 minutes.
Oh, excellent! I didn't realise. No, I'm just happy to be here. Wiltshire's a bit. I mean, it's great. Wiltshire's really great, but it's hard to find somewhere you feel comfortable being yourself and dressing with leg hair and thigh highs. So no, it's just really nice.
We've still got a long way to go for diversity and understanding.
Exactly. Oh yeah,
there's a lot of hypocrisy all the way through the system, even at the top.
Yeah.
Still, and I think we still need a pride event. Well, thanks anyway. Good to see Citizens of Vice here today.
Yes.
So,
we come every year.
Yeah, cool. Do you get a lot of gay people coming through for advice then?
That I wouldn't know, because it's not the sort of question we'd ask.
Oh, no, I see. You've got to be confidential on everything.
Well, it doesn't matter what the sexuality of the client is.
Yeah.
So unless it's relevant, it could be relevant, for example, in an employment situation.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning actually.
Yeah,
there's many gay issues that come through.
I would think we do, but we wouldn't record the sexuality unless it was relevant to the case.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you all here anyway today.
We enjoy coming here, especially if it doesn't rain.
Yeah, it's a close thing today. I'm glad it didn't rain.
All week it's been threatening, but I think we're going to get away with it.
Yeah, cheers.
But we've got a good crowd here anyway.
And what's your name?
Bernard. I'm a volunteer.
So this is the Gay Bikers Club, is it?
Yeah, it's a national club with regional centres. We're part of the Southwest group.
Yeah.
Go on runs during the summer, 3 or 4 runs in the summer, have weekend away, things like that.
Do you go on Plymouth Hoe on the to the bikers thing?
The main one we go to is the Painters Bike Night at the BMAD, which is run by the Air Ambulance, where we meet up there occasionally.
Yeah.
So, but we have occasionally been to Plymouth.
So how long has the organisation been up and running?
It's our 10th year.
Cool.
So it's a special year.
10 on 10, isn't it?
10 on 10, yes. Actually, I do beg your pardon. This is 10. We're 40 years.
Cool. Crikey, that's a long time. Before I go to the main stage, what does pride mean to you?
Pride? It's just expression of whoever you are, really. It doesn't matter what category you're in. I don't believe in categorisation, but I think it's just be who you are.
Diversity and understanding.
Diversity and
understanding. And even if you can't understand, you've got to try to understand people for who they are.
So we've got
still got a long way to go in some areas because there's the most opinionated people that have the biggest issues in general.
Yes, but I've never found any problems in Exeter. It seems to be a fairly acceptable place.
What's your name again?
It's Paul.
Thanks, Paul. I better get to the main stage.
Here and it's lovely. And I just want to say well done, Exeter.
It's the starting of the main stage.
Exeter, because that's important. And I think we've got to go forward. We've got to go forward together in fellowship for a celebration. And well done, everyone.
Thank you very much.
You're a good whistler.
Okay, so
You're a good whistler.
I am. You're now stuck with me saying a few words more. A lot of them are probably going to be thank you. Okay. So it's been amazing. First of all, I have to thank all the trustees and everyone behind me for so much work this year. But even more than that, I have to say thank you to every volunteer that we have today. And even more than that, I need to say thank you to every trustee that we've ever had for Pride. Every person who's ever volunteered for Pride. Because this is the 10th year. And we would not, it sounds obvious, we would not have been able to get here without all of the work done in the previous 9. So we are literally building on the work that people have done for us. And that's what has taken us from this tiny event to something which I think is probably the biggest free event in the centre of Exeter. So we're not doing too badly. Also, I have to say thank you to all of our sponsors. We have one on the stage here, we have a lovely Elaine. We've also got some of our other sponsors out there, our other funders, everyone from the university to Cytel to... I can't list everyone, I'll get into trouble for forgetting someone, so I may as well forget them all, alright? Now, so this afternoon we've got some amazing stuff going on this stage, but I need to remind you it's not just here. While we've got great bands going on here, and we will be opening up with Spectrum, which is some of Exeter's very own LGBT+ choir. And we've then rolling on with some good local bands, some national bands. We've got some Freddie Parker from X Factor. We have Lauren Harries with her new single. We've got, oh my god, it's the church. We've got the Dilly Boys starting for us, and we've got the Ferrantes to lead us out. And hopefully this year the rain will stay off enough that the Ferrantes can leave us out. So if we can all pray for that. You'll all be praying by the time you see, oh my god, it's the church anyway, it's fine. But also, we have events going on in the library. We've got stuff in the talking zone. We've got 2 debates over there. We've got DJs and our secondary showcase stage with spoken word, cabaret and acoustic music happening at the Phoenix. We've got a film screening of the Irish short films. This year, for us, May the 12th is the start of Pride 2018. We've got more coming on through the year. We've got more films tomorrow. We've got more and more happening. And we do it all for fun. We do it all for a good reason. It's about our community. And it's about all of our communities. It's about the LGBTQ+ community. It's about the Exeter community. It's about the Devon community. It's about all of the communities that we are part of.
Exeter! Woo! Yes, I'm then Big USA. I'm the world's #1 half-Greek, half-Jew Exter as it comes to drag queen. Probably, as far as I know. And this next act is very important to me. I'm so excited that I get to introduce them onto the stage. I was a part of this choir for some time. They were my first exposure to the LGBT community. They are not just an individual, they are not just a band, they are a community and a family. And let me tell you, they took this little caterpillar and really did turn him into the glorious butterfly you see today, honestly. So, do put your hands together for a person to me. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Oh, okay. Not yet. So, for 15 minutes? 15 minutes. Okay, right, well, we're going to have a song, or we can do what? So, shall we, it is the 10th year anniversary of Pride, so shall we all sing Happy Birthday to Pride? Yeah? Now, we're going to do this all together. I want everyone to join in. Everyone, I'm looking at you individually in the eye. Okay, ready? Ready? Nod that you're ready. I'm looking at you. Nod. Yes, good, right. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Exeter Pride. Happy birthday to you. Yes, as Adam said, there's an awful lot on today. You can find me all day at the Cyto showcase stage beside Phoenix. Lovely little cabaret marquee space. We've got some wonderful drag acts. The lovely Mary Hinge just over there. You can go look at the lovely sequence she made herself. Some drag acts, international, some local performers. Loud and Queer will be having a showcase of some wonderful queer performers from the area, as well as some amazing adult cabaret from 6 p.m. All free, all outside the Phoenix. So get there, get seated, your little bottoms on those seats, and get ready to sing. Also, we have to quickly say a thank you to Alan. Shall we say a thank you to Alan? We do want to say a quick thank you as well to one member of the committee that has been there from the very beginning, who set it up. You probably all know him as one of the Queens of Exeter, DJ that vaults every Saturday night and across Devon. The amazing Alan Quick. Let's have a big cheer for Alan! I can't take that out of the stand, so I'm going to just move aside. I better...
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting to speak. Yeah, great. It was about 12 years ago. I was listening to a radio station and I heard a clergyman say, I'm sorry, but we don't need this piece of legislation about same-sex marriage because there are no gay people in Exeter. And I was going, I can't believe this! This is ridiculous. So I went to Intercom and suggested we have an Exeter Pride and also a parade down the High Street, and then they would see that there are LGBT people in the world and in Exeter. So that's where it all began, and it's been a lot of work over the years. I can't thank all those people that have been involved enough, so thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. And he doesn't even look old enough to have been here 10 years ago. It's good, isn't it? So the Spectrum is starting to get ready in the wings here for you as our first act. The other thing that I need to tell you is, you will see people wandering around, selling merchandise and also shaking buckets. That's because I think about 60% of our income comes from donations from you. So the only way we can keep this event free is if you buy the wristbands, buy the merchandise and throw money in the buckets for us. And then hopefully we can carry on to do this every year. But another thing to mention that I actually did a minute ago, because funnily enough I'm not that prepared. Gandhi Street, all of Gandhi Street this year, we've got so many more local businesses getting involved. So, most of the bars on Gandhi Street have got live acts on today. There is a drag catwalk going down the middle of Gandhi Street this afternoon. I'm sure you've seen some of the beautiful creatures who'll be walking up and down it around already. Literally, the Extra Prize getting bigger, it's moving out across the city. We've got the name on people's lips, and even with our annual wristbands, which do get you a discount all year in certain businesses, we've literally got our name on people's wrists all years round as well. Okay, so let me just see.
LGBT choir, Devon's only Spectrum Choir!
It's become a fantastic community, as Ambiguous A was saying. Everyone is welcome. Anyone, there's no auditions necessary. We're just waiting for the rest of the choir.
I'm gonna lift my sister up, she is not heavy. I'm gonna lift my sister up, she If I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, I will fall down. I'm gonna lift my people up. They are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my people up. They are not heavy. I'm gonna lift my people up. They are not heavy. If I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, if I don't lift them up, I will fall down. Jitterbug, 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 jitterbug. Ooh, put the boom boom into my heart. Set the sun sky high where the longest stars. Jitterbug into my brain. Bang, 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 till my feet do the same. Should've been with you instead. Wake me up. Leave me hanging on. Wake me up. I don't want to miss you. Wake me up. I'm not planning on that. Wake me up. Take me dancing skies out of my way. Make the sunshine brighter than darkest day. Turn the bright spark into a flame. My beats for a minute never been the same. I'm your heart. Help me crazy when you like song. Let's not part. I'm your dancing. Everything will be alright. Wake me up. Before you go. Leave me hanging on. Wake me up before you go. I don't want to miss you. Wake me up before you go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Wanna hit that wake me up before you go. Leave me hanging on like you. Wake me up before you go. Don't wanna miss you. Wake me up before you go. I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Wanna hit that jitterbug, 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 jitterbug.
What's your name?
Steve.
And you make your own flowers?
I do.
And what do you make them out of?
These are all coloured paper. So, and they're on a stick with a rainbow ribbon.
Well, where do you sell them?
Car boot sales, car boot sales and stuff, things like that.
And how long have you been doing it?
Oh, not very long, a couple of months.
And how's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Is it in the Exeter area, or do you go all over the place?
Yeah, in the Exeter.
I
haven't gone global yet.
Have you got a shop or anything?
No, nothing like that. I'm just cottage industry.
Cool, nice one. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
What does Pride mean to you?
Sorry?
You come to the Pride event, so what's it mean to you?
Oh, I'm a local gay man, so it's very, very important that we actually raise awareness.
I think we've still got a long way to go.
Oh, too far, unfortunately.
Even this country's still full of double standards to the extreme.
Too far, unfortunately.
So take care anyway.
Oh, and you have a happy Pride.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to the organisers and the great people of Gay Pride Exeter 2018. This has been a Chris Summerfield video 2018. You can contact me at ccsPhoto12@hotmail.com, and if you can help to sponsor my videos, you can PayPal me at ccsPhoto1@gmail.com. Thanks for watching the video. Music with great thanks by the Pride artists and Jazmin from Plymouth.